Hey, looky there! We got our poop in a group! Welcome to Express.Skoolie, episode 19. I can't believe that it's been 19 weeks since we started this thing. Beginning of February is when we started this, and it's now the beginning of June. We've gotten lots done inside, so let's go in and take a look, and we'll kind of catch you up with what's going on. So today inside the bus, we've got a little bit more framing going on and a lot of wiring going on. Let's talk about that. So we have our wiring set up, our 12-volt lighting wiring set up, so that you can walk through the bus without having to come back up to the front and turn off lights. So we have here, as we come in the door, we've obviously got more to build along here. We've got yes, we're using a 120-volt light switch on 12 volts. So we have this light switch is a three-way switch that runs our ceiling lights in our living room. Then you can come back here. We'll talk about that later. And there's a three-way switch here for the living room, and another three-way switch that runs the hallway lights. And then you come back to the bedroom, and there's a three-way switch here that turns off the hall lights, and a light switch here that turns on the bedroom lights. So the bedroom lights, we've been using bus lights just as testing methods to make sure that everything is working and everything runs just the way it's supposed to. Oh yeah, a little preview of color that's going on back here. I think we're gonna end up using a little darker blue than we have in here. Royal is not quite our flavor. So anyway, coming back here on the wiring side, we have a switch here for our compost toilet fan and a switch here for our pump. So these two are, we've got two stacked one on top of the other. This is mechanical, and that is lighting. In the bathroom, as you come in here, notice that we're closed in the bathroom now. That's really cool. Kind of our nerve center for our wiring back in here. So we have another switch here that will be for our lights in the bathroom. So that's all done. Allison's been really busy painting, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. So as I said, with the electrical system, we have the wiring is going to come all across here, come down into this cabinet. There's going to be a wall on here, and our 12-volt fuse panel will be right along that wall. Before you say anything, this will all get loomed and tied up and everything like that, so it's together. It's not pinched inside here. There's plenty of wiggle room inside here and everything from that side. So that comes down through here. That's where all that goes. We're going to have a light inside this utility closet here in case we ever have to get in here and work. We are going to have task lighting over top of our sink, and that's what that wire is hanging there. We are going to have task lighting over top of our stove and this prep area cabinet on this side. And then we have evenly spaced lights in each of the hat channels there, and evenly spaced lights in the hat channels there. That's all wired in. The only thing that we haven't yet put in for wiring is our max fan. I've got the wire for that. It's heavier gauge than our 12 gauge wire. And that's going to go up where that vent is. That'll be cut in there. The max fan's going to go in there. We also have a wire along in here for our exterior floodlights. So anyway, you'll notice that we've put on this panel out here. So now the bathroom is completely closed in. Yes, that's different wood than everywhere else on the bus. That's not going to be seen because it's going to be inside a closet, and it was significantly less expensive than half-inch birch. Just about everything else is going to be half-inch or quarter-inch or three-quarter-inch birch. So anyway, follow along. We've got some more work to do this weekend.
And now for something completely different.
All right, well, here we are in our restroom, our bathroom. So as you look here, we are about to construct a place to do your business. Yes, it goes in a bucket. We are using Kildwick Urine Diverter. As you can see, the urine goes in the front, the solids go in the back. you go into a bucket. You have a fan. Fan's right there. Thanks to my friend Rich, who commented on one of the videos, said, hey, what are you going to do when, not if, but when that fan fails? Well, we have a way to get it out now. So we will have basically two compartments. We'll have this compartment here with a front along here, and you'll see in a little bit as we go, where the bucket will reside and where the air will evacuate. And then there will be a divider over here, and our peat moss and or other medium will be along in there. Pocket holes for days, we're going to go on there. We're going to also make a support to go along the back wall because we have to hinge to be able to get that out of there. So off we go. So after much ado, we've gotten this back end part of our bathroom pretty well put in. So as I mentioned, we have our just a regular house toilet seat. Lift it up. There is the Kildwick. We did end up trimming it. It was a big square piece of material, and we trimmed it and put it in there. It's siliconed in. You notice we can come down here and yeah, solids go to the bucket. We've got this here, which will divert down into our gray water tank back in there. We have our fan in here, can get to all of the screws to be able to pull that out of there. There's plenty of cable back in, or cord back in there, wire back in there to be able to pull it out and splice in new wire. And then on this side, you lift up, and there is where the peat moss or whatever medium that you want to use to cover is placed. So there we are. That's it. There we go. We've put some trim on the front of the bed here, also to help keep people from kicking and whatever hitting that side. We're going to be putting an end table in here, like a dresser, or night table, let's put it that way, next to the bed on this side. But then over here, I have completed a closet. It's little. I'll try to back it up here so you can see. 3/4 inch. Birch face plywood, pocket holes for days. We've got to trim along the sides there. So that's in, and Allison will be in here doing her magic with painting. She's the whiz with all the painting. She does a great job of finishing off all of this plywood, so it just really, I can't impress upon you how nice and smooth and fine that work is. So it's really exciting. She's done a lot of painting. All of the bunks are painted. We're still deciding what this color is going to be. We don't know if it's going to be the same color as out there. We don't know. So we're still working on that front. But I don't want to open it up because there's stuff on here. But inside these cabinets look just as nice as the outside. So many builds we see, for one reason or another, folks don't finish the inside because they're just wanting to get everything moving. But want to make sure that everything is just nice and looks great inside. So Allison's done a phenomenal job. She's our painter extraordinaire, and she has the patience for that stuff that I just don't have. So anyway, kudos to her. Here's our 12-volt wiring coming into the cabinet. It's loomed. We'll have loom on the wire up at the top. This is where our 12-volt fuse panel will be for low voltage equipment. Yes, this is overkill for our Max fan. Max fan doesn't draw that much power, but that's 8-gauge stranded wire. I did it mainly because I don't want to have, it's a long run. It's a 25-foot run. Don't want to have too much voltage drop between here and there. So anyway, so that's in. As you can see, windows are closed in. What we ended up doing here, we ended up using limo tint on the outside of the windows so that you don't see the plywood up against the windows on the inside. We're closing them off. This will have cabinetry in here, and the refrigerator will go here. So that's all closed in there. So you've seen this. You saw that in bare plywood. Allison worked her magic on that side and got that all painted. That's the inside of a closet. So she did a great job of finishing that off. So as you see, we're moving forward. Next week, we'll probably end up starting to concentrate more on roof stuff so we can get ceiling starting to go on. That's the case there. So So I want to thank you for watching along. We've been doing great work along here and keeping on making progress. Please like and subscribe. We always look at all the comments and everything from that side. We just love sharing everything, and hope you enjoy this edition of the Harmony Express Schoolie. We'll see you next week. Bye.